another
Hello,
episode of the Plus Size Podcast. How's everybody doing? Kat, you're looking a little better. Like you had a little water. You feeling better?
had a little water from Mounjaro.
Ooh, that's cute. I also have a Mounjaro,
Oh,
10
really?
milligram Stanley cup. Yeah. What about you, JT? You got one of these?
I think I might have one.
We
love this
do. And if you're interested in this adorable Stanley, there will be a link in the show notes and a $10 off coupon. And a portion of the sale goes to help the plus size.
Yep.
Huzzah.
Podcast 10.
Podcast 10. Podcast 10. There will be
Jazz
a
fingers.
link.
Look,
Jazz hands. Jazz hands. This is our GLP-1 evangelist hands.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's just do our rounds for people that are probably gonna be like, who are these crazy people? And what are they talking about? My name is Kim. This podcast was born out of a community in TikTok of people that take GLP-1 medications for various different health issues. We have improved our health and lost weight and have better A1Cs or are preventing even having a bad A1C, all the things in the land. For me, like I've lost 80 pounds. My obsessive anxiety has been completely eliminated, which by itself is worth taking this medicine for, in my humble opinion. And I just feel great. And my inflammation, all these different things, it's just a really wonderful medication and it's changed our lives so much. We had to talk about it. Because so many people are scared of it and we were just about fed up with that, right?
Wow.
I know.
No, my mouth is still open that you just slipped in that you lost 80 pounds.
80 pounds? Yeah. That's like a human.
She just slipped it in.
I was like, but it's a human.
What?
I think I've been saying it a lot lately, which is cool.
It's a dinosaur monkey farts.
I wanted to get to this number in my head, even though I don't have like a goal weight, because to me, this is what I lost on lap band. So so obviously, like we know obesity, chronic medical disease, right? Type 2 diabetes, chronic medical disease, it recurs, right? So mine reoccurred. It was continuing to progress. And we have now obviously gotten it back under control with medication, which is what everybody wants. It's about health, right? So which is great, and I actually had my appointment with Dr. Michael Elbert, who is now my doctor. I'm very excited about it. If you don't know him, he's been on the show a couple times.
He's a friend of the show.
I like it. He's a friend of the show. And he's brilliant and kind and wonderful. And he's my doctor and he's great. And which is really good. And he was like, you're doing really well. And he looked at my numbers from June and he was like, you're actually relatively healthy. And I'm like, woot.
Oh my gosh.
Relatively healthy? I'll take it. Dare to dream. Oh God, I swear, myself at 20 would be like, who are you? Be doing this.
True.
Whatever.
That is amazing.
I know. Wow. It's great. I know. It's very exciting. But yeah, so let's help more people, eh? Let's talk about the stuff and help more people. We're gonna bring this out. We've had enough of all of this shaming, and it's just not okay. This medication treats health issues, weight loss follows, and that's great. And we have learned so much in the past. God, I don't even know what episode we're on now that we're in season 2, but over the past 7 months or so from these doctors and from members of our community who come on and share their story. And I think, I don't know about you guys, but one thing I've learned is you do not have to be obese or you do not have to be a type 2 already to leverage this medication to improve your health. And I think that there are people, if you don't remember, we've had some people on our show, one person in particular that was on one of our lives that said, hey, I always played around with 15 pounds, like her whole life. And then her mom passed, right? Yeah. Susan, one of our Susans, I have to be careful because we had like 3, but one of our Susans, she lost her mom and then all of a sudden 60 pounds obesity. So what if you never had to have an all of a sudden, right? Like we should consider that. We should think about that, so we're going to talk a lot about that, about preventative medicine, and if you didn't see Dr. Salis Whalen's episode where we talked about preventative medications and preventative therapies, then please check that out because it's a really, really good one.
Very, very good.
Yeah. So now that I've run at the mouth, because we're just chilling today. How about you, Kat? What you doing? Why are
Hi,
you here? What you up to?
I'm
How's it
Kat
going?
Carter, and I'm a
Yeah.
Libra, and it's officially when it's recorded a Libra season, and I have big Libra energy.
Oh, and you just had your birthday.
Yeah, so I officially am at 66 pounds lost. I have not stepped on the scale, and I will not because I celebrated my weekend. My weekend, I did. I celebrated my
Yeah.
birthday this weekend, and I am not going to do that. Just not going to stay on the
Nope.
scale.
Why? Because why?
Um, right.
It would just be a
Yeah.
setup. It would just be a setup.
Like I ate out
Right.
twice the past few days. I'm like, if I get on, it's just gonna be up. Like why? And it's not real.
And
They're all
like
arbitrary numbers.
if you have been following me, Cat
Yeah.
Carter 7, you know that I have not probably lost not 1 pound in about 4 or 5 my life on the stall.
Yeah.
About 4, 5, 6, 12 months. I'm just kidding. I'm being
Not that
facetious.
long.
4,
Not
5,
that long.
6,
And
12, 13.
but I
Oh,
have
people are
lost two
huge.
pant sizes, and I like. I'm going to call myself. I'm going to take back the word fat. A fat fitty, a plus size fitty, a plus size
Ooh,
fitness enthusiast. I'm
a
taking the word fat
fat
back. A fat
fitty.
fitty. I love to
Oh,
work out.
I feel a segment. There's gonna be a segment called Fat Fitty. It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
exactly. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
You
look
see
at
that,
it.
you
Get
guys?
it.
Look at
So
that.
I've been working with a trainer, so she's been putting a lot of muscle on me.
Gun show,
And
gun
I'll get
show.
off my
I love
soapbox.
it.
But as we age, we need to put muscle on. But
That's what I hear.
in any case, I am taking it back. I think officially I'm just going to start taking measurements once a week because the scale is just
Not
poopy.
loyal.
It's poopy.
It's poopy.
It's poopy. What about you, JT? What you doing? Who you are? What you doing? What you going on?
Yeah. I'm look, hey, all I'm doing is chilling. I
You look so pretty today with the white. It's
No, the white looks fantastic.
like
well,
very, I don't know, just
I
presidential.
mean, you know what? Thank you. And I have to thank Tarjay.
Ooh,
Tarjay.
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 Cute. Got it going
And
on.
this is a size medium.
Ooh, see, that's
This is
nice.
a medium.
That's nice.
Look, so, but I am Janine, better known as JT, better known as TJ,
Yeah.
better known as the Mounjaro flight attendants, but
Yeah,
just
that's
on
right.
one of those three.
So,
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mounjaro, that one, and I am on the same med
Mounjaro.
as these two ladies,
Mhm.
Mounjaro,
Well,
and
yeah.
I'm almost at I'm 4 pounds from a 50-pound weight loss. So I am
Oh my goodness.
I lost 46 pounds since January 2023. And it has
Dang, that's
changed
a
my life.
lot.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Look, 80 and 66. I'm like fighting
Well,
for my life.
we, in all fairness, we've been at this longer than you.
We've
Like
been
we've been at
we're
a whole
a little bit
over a year
fluffier.
now. So you
A little
you're
bit
doing a
fluffier,
lot.
right?
I'm
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
And
But not, I mean, it
get
seems like
there.
that
Give
just
yourself
because
some
of like when
credit.
we met, but
Mhm.
we've been doing it since summer last year. So you've been doing it less time and has lost more in terms of time.
Well,
So
look,
yeah.
again, I thank you all for paving the way because we wouldn't know what to do.
Thank you.
You know, that,
I don't know what to do.
I mean, thank you for creating the wonderful community that is on TikTok. And I, love my doctor, but she gave me the script and she just told me, just take it on Fridays. If you have side
Yeah.
effects, you have the weekends. And that's
Yeah.
all I knew. That's
I get it.
all I knew.
Same. I
So,
didn't even know that. I didn't even know it was side effects. I didn't even think about it. I was just like, all right, a
right.
medicine.
I
I'm
mean, like
sick. Okay.
when I went to pick up the script, I took it the
Yeah.
same day. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know about side effects, even if I did. Oh well. But
Yeah.
that is my story, and I'm sticking to
I'm
it.
sticking to it. Sticking
Yeah.
to it.
Look,
Love it.
Amen.
Well, in terms of the community, I feel like we all created it together. And like we are not without our trauma. We are not without our triggers. And we all
yeah.
have our stuff sometimes. But if you look though, we almost always get through it. I mean, like we chill. And I think that's what's good about TikTok though, is because it's so fast. You know, JT, you
Mhm.
and I've talked about this too. It moves so
Yes.
fast, like lightning years ahead of
It
YouTube everyone
does.
over here watching it. But it does. And so by the time one person has a thing, like everybody's over it within a week and there's something else.
Right.
It's kind
Yeah.
of nice.
Trust.
The trends, the
It'll be something
challenges,
else.
all of that
Think,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah, right. Like, and then we just kind of move on. It's like a news cycle, but faster.
Exactly.
Speaking of friends, now that we've all done our intros,
Yes.
we have a friend here with us today. Her name is Amy, and
We
she's going to tell us our
do.
community story. It is unique, and it is aligned with many of the things I mentioned in the beginning of how we are trying to open our minds and think of things in a different way, a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. And she said, come on and tell her story. So hang tight. Without further ado, it's Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Here she is.
Hi, beautiful ladies.
You look
I love
fabulous.
Thank you. You're so kind. You look beautiful yourself.
Quite
All you
beautiful
guys
too.
do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a
Well,
ring light.
thank
I'm not going to
you.
lie. If I could do a filter, if I could do gentle glow, I would never wear makeup.
Oh, I
Ever.
love Gentle Glow.
Gentle
Same.
glow is my jam.
I love Gentle Glow. Yeah.
Same.
Gentle Glow is everything.
I tease people that do the bold glamour because I'm like, I'm going to meet you in Nashville and I don't know what you look like because you use bold glamour and I don't know. And I was like, and you're probably going to be like, why aren't you using gentle glow?
You know what?
I'm not going to stop using it.
Bold glamour makes me look like a beautiful boy.
Oh, really? I
look like a
look
beautiful
very-
man.
No, really.
It does.
too, a
It
little
makes me
bit.
look like a beautiful man. I look
Me
like,
too, a
oh
little.
my
I
gosh,
look like a
he's on
cartoon.
ESPN, Cuban guy. He's a
But
beautiful,
didn't they
frail little
update
man. Or he just
the
looks little. He
bold
probably is not
glamour?
Not
little.
really. I don't
But didn't
think
they
yeah.
update it to make it a little bit softer?
I
don't
look
think
like
so.
I look like a
But I
beautiful
haven't tried
man.
it in a minute.
There's two
like
different ones. There's two
Yeah.
different ones. Yeah.
It
there's
is.
like a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Maybe I'll try it. Then people will be like, who is that girl?
and you'll be like,
Flash,
"Guys,
beautiful
so
man.
Who's that girl? La, la,
Always
la,
a pop culture reference.
I know. Madonna.
I was the Madonna one. I was singing the Eve one, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Who's that?
that's
girl?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's a good one. Good beat. Drop it.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey Amy, how you doing?
Kim, I'm wonderful.
We get sidetracked a lot.
We
We
do,
do.
especially
That's
like when we don't have a doctor and we don't have to be all like,
Like, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
well, they donate their time. It's very kind and their expertise,
Extremely kind.
So,
kind, yes.
so we're like, we're trying to be respectful of their time, and all the things. And
Yeah.
so we're going to be a little silly tonight because it's just us.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
spoiler
I'm a
alert, we
fun
don't have a
time
doctor.
Girl, I'm not serious. I'm fun time. So,
Yeah,
and my
right.
kids are not here. I'm like, yeah.
Whoop.
Eh,
Let's do it.
party
Let's do
started.
it.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Okay.
So what we do here, and I know you've seen the show, but we give the community guests the opportunity to take the space and tell their story unfiltered, uncut, uninterrupted. We'll talk after you're done. And it's you got the floor. So whatever you want to say it. The one thing I'll tell you to remember is just that there is somebody out there like you that needs to hear the thing. And whatever that thing is, that's what you need to push across, right? Because then they'll go to their doctor. And that's what we want. That's our call to action for this whole thing, is for people to go to their doctor and get help.
Yes.
So go ahead, take the space.
Well, that's exactly why I started this medication, because I didn't feel like there was anybody out there like me. Okay. Like me and several other people. For example, I'm only 5'1". I'm a little bitty thing. And I haven't been obese like my whole life. It came like with age and having kids and stress and premenopausal. So what I thought it was, and all the things. And my aunt she was a diabetic. My brother was a diabetic. And I started feeling like really, really wonky, like what is going on with me? In the midst of all of that, back in 2017, 18, I knew that I wanted to have one more child with my now husband, and my body was just not right. I felt it. I was like, something just is not right. I can't put my finger on what it is, but it was not right. So first let me introduce myself. My name is Amy. I am part of the GLP-1 community, happily. Sometimes they work my nerves, but at the same time, it's a community, and just like sisters, we're going to fight. There's going to be this, there's going to be that. So I am happily a part of it. I have been on a GLP-1 since September 27th, 2022. I started immediately when I got back from a girls' vacation when I felt like boo-boo. And I was like, yeah, things got to change. So getting back into why I started, I went to go see my doctor. And I'm like, on top of me just not feeling good, I feel frumpy. I look frumpy. I know, something's just not right. Let's do a panel and figure out like what's going on.
Yeah.
And he was all on board with that. He was like, yeah, let's figure it out. Your blood pressure is all over the place. I know that your cholesterol has been elevated at times, and I know you have a history of diabetes in your family. So let's go ahead and see what happens. So the next time I went to go visit him, he wasn't there, but his nurse practitioner was there. And she was a bit of an a-hole. She was like, you don't look like anything's wrong with you.
Oh, wow.
How was that supposed to look exactly? She told me to drink water with lemon in the morning on an empty stomach and come back and see them in 3 months.
That is really interesting.
Why?
Like, like nurse practitioners, I always say they're always so awesome, but wow, she was.
She told me I did not look like anything was wrong with me. This is before she even looked at the numbers on my panels because, my doctor had ordered the panel. And I'm just like, come again? And she's like, yeah, drink water with lemon in the morning. That should get rid of some of your weight. And then come back and see us in like 3 months and let us know how you're feeling.
Oh, wow.
I said, well, can we just look at my numbers? And sure enough, my A1C was through the roof. My cholesterol, the good and the bad, was through the roof. Everything was off. And I was like, so you think drinking lemon water is going to cure all these numbers? And she just kind of had like a look on her face. And I'm the kind of person that I'm going to speak up for myself, regardless of what you say and what you think I should do. At the end of the day, I'm hiring a doctor. They work for me. I pay for my insurance. You work for me. I can fire you and I can find another doctor. It's really just that simple. And so I'm happy with somebody who's going to give me what I need. So I told her I would just wait until the doctor came back. And when he came back, he was like, yeah, your numbers are horrible. I told him I was on TikTok. I had saw Mounjaro all over the place. Had he heard of it? He said, no, but I'm going to do my research on it. And he was very apologetic about the nurse practitioner. He was like, I can't believe she said that to you. I'm so sorry. Clearly there's something going on. On top of that, I had really bad cycles, my fibroids, my period. I was just in really bad shape. And I knew that I wanted to have another child with my now husband. So that was back then, before I even started Mounjaro. But when I came back to him and I said, listen, I've been on TikTok and I've heard all the great things about Mounjaro. What are we doing? He was like, yeah, I haven't heard of it, but I'm going to do my research. And I was very receptive of that. He was honest. He didn't know about it. And he was like, I'm going to research it. But I was impatient. So I went to a telehealth doctor. And then she did my numbers again. And she was like, yeah, you're a great candidate for it. Let's get you started on 2.5. And I went and got it. That day. And that was that.
Wow.
And
Look, and voila.
And voila.
There it is. Yeah.
48
And then I
pounds
remember
down,
recently,
A1C down.
yeah, that's great. And then I remember recently that you were saying, I remember the video where like you saw that nurse practitioner again, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Tell us the video was
you
epic.
already know the vibes.
I'm gonna get on the
I was
podcast.
giving
It's
off.
such a
You
good
know me.
story.
You know the vibes I was giving off. So I went back to see her. This is almost like a year later.
Yeah.
And she was like, you look so familiar. I'm like, yeah, really? And she was like, yeah, have I seen you before? And I'm like, yeah, you have. I was like, I was not feeling well. I knew something was wrong. I felt like, I needed help. And I was overweight. I was pushing, my numbers were not good. And you told me to drink lemon water in the morning. And so she was like, oh, so how did that go? I was like, well, yeah, I didn't do that. But what I did was I got on a drug called Mounjaro. She was like, Mounjaro? And I said, yes. And she's like, well, how? You're not diabetic. I said, because I advocated for myself and I did what I needed to do to get to where I'm at today. No thanks to you. And so she said, oh, okay. So she's like, well, what is your weight now? And she went and we weighed me or whatever. She was like, wow, those numbers look good. And she's like, are you here to do another panel? And I said, yeah. She's like, okay, well, let's, do your blood work. I'm glad you decided to go out on your own. And she was very receptive. And she said,
I'm
I'm
sure.
glad you went on your own. Exactly. And figured it out. And she was like, just kind of just looking at me like astonished, like,
Yeah.
wow, like I can't believe
That lemon water just didn't work.
And I wonder why.
A year later, and we've solved it. We've solved obesity and
With
prediabetes.
lemon water.
Lemon water.
I was so shocked that that's what she told me to do. I was looking
gosh.
like, you've got to be kidding me. Like,
Yeah.
it was wild.
It is wild.
Yeah.
Jeez. And it's interesting because like I think we could kind of I feel like I've literally had like all over the place, with my experiences. Sometimes NPs are like the best. And then other times it's like it's just a crapshoot. It's like so hard to know. And you just have to try. And then sometimes doctors like this should be great or straight trash. And that's really difficult too. And like at least like you said, your doctor was like, you know what, I don't know about it, but I'm gonna go learn about it and I'm gonna figure it out. And like maybe he helped other people because you pushed him,
I'm hoping so.
And like I hate to think that we have to be that way though, Amy, don't you? Like I hate to think that we have to be the ones to make them change. But frankly, like if it doesn't hit their wallet, the chances that they're gonna like crawl out and go and actually do the work, I feel like it's just not it's not gonna happen. Like they're not. And here's the thing, I don't even care. Like if they would just say to me, like an honest, like what your doctor was, or they had said, listen, like I don't know, but I can recommend a specialist. I would have been like, great, let's do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's why you refer people out. So what are these people doing? Just coming in and saying, no, milk is good. Send them to a specialist. It drives me
this
bananas.
is hitting them in the pocket, just like what you all said, because this time last year, the GLP-1 popularity was on the uptick. So it was here. So you all were here like before the crest. I came in like right here. It wasn't a lot of people that started in January, but it's almost forcing doctors to do the research now because it's going to affect their practice because people are just going to go somewhere else. So maybe that's another positive of GLP-1s, affecting every aspect of our lives.
Yeah.
And like too, Amy, like when you mentioned that she was like, I think it's interesting because like you knew you had the family medical history. It wasn't like it was like your mom or something like that, but you knew something was up, right? You could feel it. And the thing is what we've learned, and I don't know if you were able to see the season finale. I don't think everybody has it. It was long. But it's 2 parts. But Dr. Albert made this really interesting comment. And like I immediately thought of you. So he said, we would treat this like pre-diabetes, pre-diabetes with a sense of more urgency if we would look at it like what it is. Friends like JT, it's organ failure. It's organ failure. That's what that is. She will need to be on a medicine for the rest of her life. I know it's hard, like especially when you think about JT that way, but that's what it is, right? It's so you're trying to get to a situation where if you didn't advocate for yourself and you didn't say, I don't feel right, like your body best, that it's like, what would that happen? I mean, would have been 6 more months and you would have been on the other side of the A1C that you want to be on, I think it's, I don't know. And I don't know what your experience is, JT, but it's like, I always wanted to ask you, if you don't want to answer, you don't have to, but if you had known that there was this medication and that you were pre-diabetic and the likelihood of you becoming a diabetic was high, right? Would you have taken it to prevent it?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, without a doubt. And that's why I like people tussle with me online sometimes because I do advocate for it. And I think, the community sees that, but more importantly, it's not just seeing, I was shattered when I was diagnosed with type 2. I was literally shattered because I thought I had done everything I possibly could to avert it. But at least now there are treatments, not just for type 2, but for metabolic disorders, for, autoimmune diseases that we didn't even know, so it is refreshing, but yet it's a little bit of regret because you're like, well, what if this was available 5 years ago,
Yeah.
7 years ago? But you can't look back. But I'm just grateful that these therapies are available now, because
Yes.
what would our lives be like? Like I literally look at my life this time last year. I had just come back from Bali. I was just inflamed. I had so much inflammation. And I think we all can attest that when we first started, now looking back, I don't think we realized how much inflammation we had in our bodies.
So much. How about you, Amy? Did you have that?
God, yes.
Yeah.
That's why when I got back from Tulum, I was just coming back from Tulum with the girlfriend when we were celebrating her birthday. And she was like, I'm going to post the story of our vacation. And she sent me the pictures. And I was like,
Don't do that.
I was like, no,
Oh, don't do that.
Like,
Don't do that.
Oh my God. It was so much inflammation in my whole body. I was like, I don't know how you're going to, cause she's a, Instagram person or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know.
Affiliate or something?
Yeah, there you go. It's like,
Okay.
I don't know how you're going to post your content, but you're going to edit me out.
Yeah.
Like,
work it out. That's why God made Photoshop, you know, like.
And that's what she said. She's like, well, let me work my magic. I can do Photoshop. I was like, yeah, because what you're showing me now, that's not going out there.
Yeah.
And, she sent me some retouches or whatever. And I'm like, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
To do. But I was like, oh, it was horrible. So much inflammation. So much.
Yeah.
It's interesting looking back at my photos. Like when I look at them, like I have sort of like this feeling of, I feel bad because she's sick. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like all the other times when I would look back on photos that I had lost. If anything, I felt like, oh God, how to let myself look like that. Like, it was just very diet culture, like in my head. How did I let myself get this way? Well, the truth is I've always struggled with obesity. Right. But I look back on it and that's what I think now was she was sick. Do you know what I mean? It's interesting, the mind shift, and I wanted to ask you, and you can tell us, like, is it your plan to be on a maintenance dose or did you decide to like come off it? Yeah.
No, maintenance.
Yeah.
Maintenance forever, baby. It is what
Yeah.
it is. I don't want to get back to where I was. And I really feel like this medication has been life-changing to me. Even my husband says, like, you're so different. Like before I would only take pictures from here up. Now I'm back to body pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just really changed my life. I can run around with my son. I can chase him. I can go swimming with him. I can do all the things. As before, I was like, oh, I'm tired, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. I just couldn't do that. And I don't want to go back there. He's only going to get older. I'm also a grandmother. They depend on me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I gotta be here for them, and it's like, like I said, I wish this medication, my mom, she's gonna turn 85 this coming year, and she's pre-diabetic. And it's just like, I wish that this would have been around, like when my aunt was here, when my brother was here, before they passed on. I'm telling my mom about it, I'm telling her doctor about it, and he's like, I don't know if she's a good candidate for it. She's a little bit up there in age. They haven't done a whole lot of research for, like, elderly people, or whatever the case may be. But I am so thankful. So yes, maintenance is definitely here to stay for sure.
Yeah. I can't help but wonder what that looks like. Go ahead, JT. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. And I wanted to ask if it was okay, when you were talking about maintenance. Now you have your primary care physician, and then you went to a telehealth. And so are both doctors, and I hope this isn't too personal, but are both doctors going to manage your maintenance, or are you relying on one doctor more than the other?
Well, here's the aha moment. So I had the telehealth doctor. I was with Alpha, and I had my primary care, who was completely, doing his homework and research. I went to my gynecologist because I have female problems. And she was like, I was telling her about it because she was like, oh my God, you look amazing. We're having girl talk. She's like a girlfriend of mine, literally. We talk about everything. And she's like my therapist, my doctor, all rolled into
Nice.
I love
anyone
that.
Mounjaro, she was like, if you need maintenance, come to me. I will give you no problem at all. So she threw her name in there. She was like, get off of Alpha, Stop paying them. You have
Yeah.
insurance.
Yeah.
Come
Wow.
to me. I will
Yeah.
monitor you. She was like, we got this together. So now
Yeah.
I'm not with the telehealth. I don't deal with my provider that way, even though he was willing to learn. It's my gynecologist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
Wow.
is
Sometimes you
amazing.
luck
Yeah.
out with like
I
really
feel like they
fantastic
totally
doctors.
get it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're more aligned with like the stuff with PCOS, right? Like,
Hormonal.
yeah,
It,
Mhm.
hormonal
it's the
doctors
hormones.
like PCOS. Yeah, PCOS. The endocrinologist. They just seem to like. I think they just kind of see it all, and I also think they probably understand the PA process a little bit better.
Mhm.
And there hasn't really been anything good to treat PCOS or really any. It's basically metformin is straight trash, and that's all that people had.
Yep.
And now that I think they're saying, it is.
It's just,
I think, now.
I call it your sleeping pills. Like if you I discovered if you have an issue falling asleep, take a
Yeah.
metformin because it always
Yeah.
makes me pass out.
Or if you're on a GLP-1 and you can't poop, take metformin.
Oh
you
yeah.
know, it is what it
Yeah.
is. But yeah, I think it's interesting, like how that is. I've been bad. I haven't gone to my lady doctor in a while. I need to. I don't know. I just get so tired of going and like that's I have such trauma around that. And like Amy, I know y'all all know, but I've been very open about it because I don't think we talk enough about like infertility and obesity and type 2 or anything like that. We don't talk enough about it. We had a really good episode recently with Ashley and Dr. Tumor, which will air soon. So go watch that if you haven't. That was we had a lot of like moments there talking about that and like what it does to your body and like not feeling good in your body. And it's not because like you don't necessarily like the way you look, right? It's just the way you feel, right? And you're not feeling bad because of the way you see yourself and you're like, something's wrong. It's not me. That's not me,
Right.
And it's so hard because then people tell you, oh, well, it's because you're getting older. It's because for me, it was, oh, because you're obese and you carry a lot of estrogen in your fat cells. So that's what your problem is,
That's what they always told me. Yeah.
Wow.
You too. Yeah.
But
And like, if I had known in 2012, I would have taken Victoza. If I had known, I would have. That's why I just can't stand people that don't know, right? Like, I would have taken Victoza. I would have lost weight, and I would have all the children in the land. And right now, I only have one, and I'm just excited about being a grandma, and he's not even 11 yet. And I, so Amy's talking about being a grandma and
You can
kids.
collect his friends. That
Yeah.
Well, it helps that my
collect his
very good
friends.
friend just had a
Cat.
really, really
So many
delicious,
moms do that.
chunky
You know what I
baby.
mean?
Yeah.
Because like some
Well,
of my
yeah.
friends from childhood, I call
Yeah.
their mom's mom too. Like they just collect you.
Yeah.
Just collect them.
I hope so. I love being a mom so much.
Collect his
It's not
friends.
that I love kids, let's be clear. It's that
They
I
do
love
grow up into
being a
sassy adults.
mom. Oh, he's already started. He's
That's what I'm
sassy with me
saying.
tonight. And I
Don't
stopped and I
forget
went,
they are
what are you
their
doing
own
talking to me like
individual.
yes.
Oh,
See, and
you
then
just wait. Just you
it's
wait.
harder. Like,
Right?
and every day I feel, and I've had some moments when I'm on my period, but like, I'm like, every day I feel a little less like a mom. Does that make sense? I don't know if anybody got that going on because they need you a little less. And while that is freeing and you could focus on, you, because you deserve to have a rich, full life too, and not only be a mother and only be servants to others. But at the same time, it's like, it's the most magical thing that's ever happened to me. And I would be devastated, to not have it. Like, and I mean, and I just wish I had more, and I wish I had it for longer. And I think probably even parents with tons of kids probably feel that way, but I just, we always wish we had more longer, like I've enjoyed every stage that he's ever been at. I talk a lot about being a mom, y'all know that, but I've enjoyed it all. Like, but I remember, and I think because I had 2 miscarriages before him, if you guys don't know, I talk about all the time on TikTok. I had 2 miscarriages before him, and it was very, very traumatic. And so when he got here, I remember thinking to myself, and I still do it. And that's just trauma, right? Where I think like, drink in this moment, love this moment, drink in this moment. It's beautiful. It's magical. It's not gonna like I have like pictures in my head of him where I'm like lifting him in the pool and the sun is on his hair and I'm just drinking in the moments. And I just know that they're leaving. And I just wish I had more children. And it makes me so sad. And I just hope there's somebody out there that's in their 20s, in their 30s, who's listening to us and going, maybe if I proactively say, hey, doctor, I don't feel right, and I hear that there's this medicine, they can have more children. Do you know
Well,
what I
don't
mean?
tell that to my daughter because I have a
Okay.
28-year-old.
Right.
She doesn't need any more.
You have a 28-year-old?
You
A
do
God.
not.
How's
and
that?
A 4-year-old. I'm a little
Oh
crazy.
my gosh. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
whoa.
That's
I
crazy.
literally started all over again. And
Yeah,
my
you did.
28-year-old gives me a run for my money. My 4-year-old is just the sweetest pie, but it's that 28-year-old, ay. So yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
He's like, ay, 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 ay.
I get it. I don't know. Like it's silly. Like I have like, I'll sit down with my son and we do like, we plan, we like dream together. It's so cute. I can't take it. Anyway, but he's like, and I'm like, we're going to build a house and it's going to have 10 acres of land and you're going to live next door and you're going to bring your kids over for me to watch and you can bring them on a tractor if you want. And I'm going to be the grandma and I'm going to this. And he's like, I love that plan. I could just come over on the tractor whenever I want. I'm like, yeah,
He
you can.
said, come over on the tractor. I love it.
He did. Well, he is my
Tractor.
husband's
Okay.
child. Of course, he's going to say a tractor.
Look.
You know. Yeah, I know. It's cute.
But,
We got plans.
It's,
Guys, let's talk about PCOS and GLP-1 medication. PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome, has many symptoms associated with it. Some of them include insulin resistance, obesity, and hyperandrogenism. Hyperandrogenism means higher than normal levels of testosterone and male hormones in the female, which cause abnormal hair, growth, and infertility as well. So when your doctor starts you on GLP-1 medication for this symptom or syndrome, you will hopefully experience some weight loss. Once you experience weight loss, the hormones will start to stabilize to more normal levels, therefore helping you both with your weight as well as with your insulin resistance and decreased number of male hormones in your body, which overall will help you control the PCOS and also potentially help you to get pregnant if that's what you're looking for. If you're not, take precautions.
you know what? But with all of that, and like for all of you all that started last year, I have always wanted to ask you all. I've always wanted to ask. Okay.
Perfect episode.
Yes. So when you all started, did you ever imagine that a year later that your lives would look the way that they do?
No.
I mean, like,
not even close.
Nobody said that this, medication may be a game changer. It may change your life, and nothing.
No.
Wow.
You know what? I wouldn't
What about you,
exactly
Kat?
call it like say a life change. There were a lot of things.
Kat, you're a co-host on a podcast.
You what now?
Your life.
Oh, no. I'm talking right.
Pretty
Exactly.
different. It's pretty different.
For a second there, when you said Kat, I'm like, what? Microphone, headphones.
I know.
I'm having a total PTSD moment.
This is what happens when you have type A friends.
Yes. Now with the podcast, yes, but like say like crucial life. Maybe it definitely was a piece, like a very important piece to that puzzle. But I still feel like there's serendipity, there's movement. It's something would have been put into place, but it just made it like it kind of was the last piece of the puzzle, like the last little bit of glue to put it all together. But all of us, did you guys hear that? Okay. We had all the pieces, you know what I mean? Like it just made us amplified. It just
I agree.
I
totally agree.
Sparkle a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like it made us shinier.
I feel like I'm the same person. I'm just like, it put me in a place health-wise where I could be the best me that I could be. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Like, when you get better, you can do mental work and, therapy. And it just sort of like puts you in a place where I feel like, I don't know. It just,
I feel lighter.
It's my best lighter in all the ways, right? Not just physically.
In so many ways. Yeah. Because when I was deep in the binging, I'd wake up. I don't know if you're well, Kim, you're a binger. I don't.
Yeah.
You know,
Not anymore.
Waking up with the food hangover.
Hallelujah.
Look,
Yeah.
Jazz
The food
hands.
hangover. It's like when you would
Jazz
wake
hands.
up in
GLP-1
the
evangelism.
morning. Yeah.
jazz hands.
That's even. But I call it a food hangover.
Yeah.
When you wake up and you know you destroyed yourself the entire day the day before.
Yeah.
And you just wake up and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really
Here we
hope
go.
it's approved. I really
and my
hope this
body
gets
has the
approved for
nerve to be
vegan.
hungry again. Like,
Yeah.
let me go downstairs and take some Pepsid AC and give myself issues that way, or take some.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that part is
It's just being sick, right? Like
yeah.
that's what it comes down to. That's when we ever talk about it, now that I hear all these things and I can relate with them, Kat, like we were sick. You were sick people that needed medicine. That's what it came down to. No matter what level of sickness we were sick and we got it before it got even worse, you know? And I think we have to think about things that way. I think we really do.
So, and I know for me, listening, like when I listen to you all stories, and like Amy, I know for me, I had fibroids too. And I wonder if I would have been on this medication, would I, because they put birth control. Well, that didn't do anything because my cycles were
the favorite thing to do, right?
Right.
Birth control.
Right. Birth control.
I mean, they were close. Hormones, they were kind of close. I'm just
Sure.
I'm being facetious.
Who's in the same?
Yeah. I mean, but you've got fibroids that are growing and you're like, I know something's not right. And then they're like, well, we need to do surgery. I had 2 surgeries and I don't think I've ever shared that. I had to have 2 myomectomies because of fibroids.
You too, Amy?
You had 2 as well?
2.
No,
And they still come back with the vengeance.
thank you.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And they come
I had
back
polyps
bigger
removed, but yeah. So
than the ones that they removed.
Yours were,
No.
You know, it's I mean, literally I would be driving and because of where one of the fibroids was my body thought I was trying to give birth. So I would go into contractions. I'm driving. I'm like, what the heck? It was so bad. And finally the surgery, I mean, like and then the recovery, you have to sleep in a recliner because you can't lift yourself up and everything. So like, did you all's, Amy, like, did your gynecologist like think that this medication would help with it? Or was that just something as like, we're seeing like, you know, the binge eating, you know, I mean, different comorbidities.
Did the Mounjaro, and I said it correctly, did it help alleviate your fibroids? Did it actually like make them shrink?
Yes, I want them to do research on this.
Shut the front door.
Really?
Hand to God. Hope you guys are all believers, but hand to
We
God.
are. In our own little vein. Yes.
Look, yes, ma'am.
My cycles were horrible. Like my first 2 days, I couldn't even go outside because, excuse me, you can edit this out, but I thought I was going to bleed everywhere because it was like a crime scene. Since Mounjaro, hand to God, I'm fine. I'm not afraid to go outside. There are normal cycles. Who would have thought?
Awesome.
Now, I don't know if it's because I'm getting old,
No.
but I believe it's the Mounjaro because ever since I started taking it, my periods have not been like hell on earth. It's insane. Like it was really, really bad. It was to the point I was like, do I have PCOS? Like, what else is going on with me? Is it just the fibroids? Because I've had them removed twice. They come back like, oh, you want to remove me? I'm going to come back harder and bigger.
Yeah.
Watch this. I'm just like, is there something else going on with me?
Yeah.
But to answer your question, Kat, I think they should really, I don't really like to drink anymore. My fibroids are
still not my problem.
Shrinking, but I can tell you they have.
Just call me Hoda.
My cycle.
Kat just showed us her wine glass listening audience. It was hilarious.
But
listen, you know, I'm over 21. From my leftover birthday bottle. My birthday was Sunday. Today is Tuesday. See?
Happy belated
That right there is
birthday.
good.
Just call me Kathy Lee and Hoda.
So
Yeah.
to answer your question, they have been, my
Wow.
cycles have been a lot better. I do have
Yeah.
an appointment with my gynecologist coming up in a couple of weeks to do an ultrasound to see how everything
Oh,
is
that's
in
good.
there or whatever. But
Wow.
it's crazy. I'm
Wow,
like,
it's
is
crazy.
there a correlation here?
So
Like,
There has to
it
be. There
has to be.
has to be.
That's
yeah.
What does
crazy.
your
It's so
gynecologist
everywhere.
think?
Everybody's saying this. I mean, it's like
My
I'm the
my
same way with
gynecologist
my
thinks
I
so.
was to
cycle. It's
the
so much
point.
Yes.
better.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna
Yeah.
like just need it depends once, just because it just
Seriously.
got so. And now
They
I just had
talked about people
polyps,
needing Depends because
Yeah.
their cycle is so heavy.
so
I
heavy,
saw
and like I didn't
something
have.
in an article.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
have fibroids, but like I remember like all the doctors I did go to. Now this one, I don't know if she had a little bias with it, but second to last gynecologist I went to, she was like, why do you bleed in between, you have heavy periods, why? I said, well, all the other doctors told me to lose weight, the estrogen is just making me bleed. And she said, that is absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
And so I had to have a couple of saline ultrasounds. She's like, oh, you got a fibroid in there, but it wasn't a fibroid, they were polyps. So
Okay.
but yeah, she was like, that is stupid.
Yeah.
Basically what she said. You come back in, and then we had the
Yeah.
surgery and things got better. So, but that's
Yeah.
that is amazing.
Wow.
I have so many
Yeah.
friends who like the fibroids they've wreaked havoc. Some of them have, you have ones that are dangerous and did they burst inside
it just all depends on where they are in your body, where they're
Mhm.
placed. Like mine was on my uterine wall. I didn't even think I would be able to conceive Ezra.
Yeah.
But my angel baby, he's here, but he was playing kickball with my fibroids when I was pregnant. It looked like I was having twins because they were
That's
so
crazy.
big. But
Oh
yeah,
my
my
Yeah,
gosh.
they
gosh.
get
his
huge.
feet were
They
like
become,
this in my
yeah.
belly, and they thought he was going to have cleft feet because of my
Yeah.
fibroids pushing up against his feet for the
my
whole
God.
9 months.
Wow.
Yeah, but he's perfect.
No.
His feet straightened down on his own, and he's perfect.
Yeah.
But that's how my fibroids took over my life. But I refused to have a hysterectomy because I was going to have
Yeah.
my angel baby, and I
Yeah.
refused to give up. And so I was like, and I'm not having another surgery. It's just not happening. So
Yeah. I get
Yeah.
that.
was.
No more
I
elective
am
surgery.
still like just blown away by this.
I might
Like,
have to do spin. I know. I'm telling you, Kat, I've had very similar experience. So y'all know I've taken all the things in land when it comes to GLP-1s because
Yeah.
step therapy and stupid insurance. But when I got on Mounjaro, the difference in my cycle was huge. Like it
Wow.
was, I thought it was normal. I thought it was normal to hurt for 3 weeks out of a month, like just aching and pain and pressure and all those things. I thought it was normal because they told me you have estrogen in your freaking fat,
we were
like,
all
and then when it
put
changed,
it, yeah.
I only had one period that was like bad. And honestly, it's because I drank new coffee. I drink too much caffeine. Like, which is like
Caffeine will
what
do
happens
that.
to normal people.
Yeah.
That's
All
what
the
happens to
salt,
normal
all the
people with normal
caffeine.
cycles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you. And it was just because I tried new coffee concentrate in my Profi. And it just like I didn't go. Yeah. But before that, I'm telling you, it was like my periods were like it's like now it's like awesome. And I
Wow.
only hurt for like 2 days. And it's like super minimal. Like what an average person would feel like on a period,
Yeah.
like a normal, healthy person.
Normal.
The normies. That's
So-
what I call them. The normies.
So what
Normal.
Mounjaro does, so like it actually shrinks them instead of
Something
it shrinks your
with the
fibroids. Is that
inflammation, something.
To be continued. Pat, I'm
what
gonna
is
hit
that
you up
procedure where they
after.
Yeah.
where they
Oh, the
inject
myonectomy.
something? Is it the myomectomy that like
Myomectomy.
kills like it cuts the blood circulation off? So it's the myomectomy.
Oh, that's called
Is that what it does? And they slowly die, and
UVF.
you go
Something.
through labor to get rid of them. Wow. And so that's
Well, there's
Mounjaro
different
just-
options. There's different ways to get rid of the fibroid. So it depends
Yeah. We
on
can talk
which
about it.
way that you and your doctor feel like will be best for you. For me, I had the one where they actually go in and remove them.
like a
Mhm.
C-section, right? It's like a C-section for you. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The second one though, I looked out, they had a little robot thingy go in there and get it out because there was about 6 of them about this size.
Yeah.
And they were able to go and get them. The first one, that surgery wasn't so friendly to me, but the second one was better.
Yeah,
Jeez.
because mine, they went laparoscopic.
Yeah.
The first one they went vaginally.
Yeah. I had mine was
So-
a hysteroscalpy or something like that.
Yeah,
and
and so they didn't have to cut me. The second one was the one that was giving me the contractions. That one they had to go through my belly button.
Oh my gosh.
Ow.
And yeah. And so I
Science is crazy.
I
Jeez.
I used to have the perfect belly button. Like my
Mhm.
mom put like a silver dollar on my belly button when I was a baby, like to make sure I didn't have an outie and like it looked real
My
pretty.
Goodness,
And
that's such an old wives' tale.
It
Yeah.
Love
so
it.
is.
And
Yeah.
but
Squeezing
look,
the
look,
baby's nose, squeezing the
Like
yes,
nose down.
putting a clip on it.
but it worked. But it
Clearly.
worked. Can I
Yeah.
tell you when my doctor was like, yeah, we're gonna have to go in through your belly button. I was like, you're gonna mess up my belly button. I wasn't even thinking about like my health. I was just thinking
Yeah, of
about
course
my belly
not. How old were you when that happened, JT? Do you remember? With the belly button one?
Yeah, I
30s or 20s?
was about 42, 43 when the second one happened, when they had to go in through the belly button.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad, but it's still anything in that area is so sensitive. I mean, any
Right.
surgery, but
Sure.
I think it's just utterly amazing. And like to hear what your gynecologist is saying. I mean, like,
Yeah. I can't wait to hear what
we do
like
hear
they can see the
about
size.
that, but
Because they can measure
wow.
it, right, Amy?
hmm
You'll have measurements, right?
Yeah,
Because they
yeah.
did. Ooh, I can't wait to hear
Ooh,
that. How
look,
long's it been since you were
ooh.
there?
It's
Fascinating.
been about 5 months. About 5
Ooh.
months, yeah.
Oh my God,
I'm
I can't
excited too
wait
to
to
see
hear.
like what we see, what we find out, because I'm like, what
Yeah.
is going on? So I'm very
Something.
curious to see how this goes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
I am
gosh.
beyond curious now. I'm just
Me
like,
too.
I'm
I
like
know.
super invested.
You guys will have to bring me back and we'll talk about it.
Yes, we will. You know what we should do, Amy? You should come on a live because you can come this year. You
Yeah,
know,
for
'Cause
sure.
we got
Yes.
yeah,
We'll
you
talk
could come
about
on
it.
a live with us.
I'm totally
That'd be
down. For sure.
fun. Oh, I can't wait to hear. Plus, it'll be good to talk about this stuff on a live too, because like we have all these episodes in the can. There's so much to talk about. I
Yeah.
remember in the beginning being like, I don't know, like, do we have enough to talk about it for a whole season? Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. Yeah, we do. We're
Yeah.
still talking about. We're like, oh, let's talk about that. Oh, let's talk about this. We're talking more about benefits. Like
Yeah.
there's so many things. There's this
Right.
conversation could go on forever. And why? Because like at the heart of it, right? Everybody has something going on that's wrong within their system, and it's health and the weight losses or the weight gain, right? Or the what is Oprah call it? The adipose weight.
Adipose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
adipose.
Oh,
Yeah.
adipose.
Yeah, but like if you
Look,
think about it, that's
adipose
just a
too.
symptom. Like all that is a symptom, right, of something else that's wrong. And if there's anything that I've learned, especially over with some people in my family being sick that you guys know about, like you can't just take, oh, this one doctor says this one thing and not ask questions. Like we have to question, just like we have to question our leaders. We have to question our doctors. We do,
I think that, and you all know today, I had my follow up today, and I was so
Oh, how did it go?
How did it
We haven't
go?
talked about it. Do you want to tell?
Look,
Obviously, you do. We're talking about.
but
I know you.
Look, so
Okay.
look,
Reporting from post follow up appointment.
Look,
JT with her
it.
MJ pin.
but no, but I two things, and another thing I wanted to ask you all, because you all have been on it over a year. Ooh, okay.
It has been. It's been 13 months. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. Look. Okay, so what was you all?
Oh, no, it's been a year. It's been a year.
So a year.
I carried the one. I'm just kidding.
Do the math.
Look,
Yeah, do the math.
You all are all
Go
doing
ahead,
the
JT.
math.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first part is, what was you all's favorite dose? And then two, it now, from what we heard on the State of Weight with Oprah, Dr. Fatima, and you all know I'm a little obsessed with this, was like, she never gives her patients a goal weight. So are you all trying to reach a goal weight or be within a range?
Good question. What about you, Amy?
That's Amy first.
You go first. Amy, you go first.
So
That's your question, Amy. It's all for you. Go.
my favorite dosage is 7.5. 7.5 will forever have my heart. Me and Kylie have this thing going on. I don't know if you guys know Kylie, but we have this thing going on. So what we feel like is like, if you do well, everybody does well on 2.5, I believe. The starting.
You think?
Dose. I think so. I think the loading dose, like most people do well on 2.5. And then I feel like if your body likes 5, then you're
Mhm.
not gonna like 7.5.
I say the
feel
same
like
thing.
the 7.5s, the 12.5s, they're
Yep.
like similar somehow. I don't know. It's just the way
Yep.
my brain is working, because I absolutely hated the 5 and the 10. I did not like
Interesting.
at
Mhm.
all.
Yep.
I'm
You're
on
a
the 10
0.5
now,
girl.
and I still feel the same way. I came back to the 10 because I had another box, and I just
Yeah.
want them to go away. Like, we do not vibe at all. I feel like it's
Yeah.
a placebo. I really do. I'm just like,
Interesting.
I just don't like it, and I did not like the 5. So
Yeah.
7.5 was my favorite. I did not get up all the way to 12.5 or 15, but I did go up to 10, and I hated 10. What was the other question?
I hated 10.
Why did you hate
I
10?
hated
What did
10.
you hate about 10?
Yeah.
I did not lose any weight. However, I did lose inches, which is a plus.
Yeah.
It's definitely a
Right.
plus. I lost my waist was shrinking, and I was like,
Yeah.
how, Sway? I'm like, I'm not losing any weight.
Houseway.
But I took out the measure. I was like, oh, but I'm
Yeah.
shrinking. So my measurements, and it just feels like it's a placebo to me. I feel like I'm taking sugar and it's just doing absolutely nothing.
Wow. Yeah.
But ironically, the more I eat, the more I lose. And on 10,
Same.
I eat everything in sight. I'm just
Yeah.
constantly eating. And not to say that that's a bad thing, but I'm like, did I even inject? Like, is there
Yeah,
medicine in
totally.
me at all?
Oh,
Wow.
I totally am feeling that right now. That's how
Mm.
I was on 10 too. But I felt my food noise come back. I was really, really, really craving sugar, and I hadn't had it in
Same,
so long.
same.
And then I was like, I got to go up. But like 12.5, I'm not going to lie, it's kicking my butt. Kicking my butt, because it is very, very difficult. The eating has to be so mindful. Like you have to. I'm not eating enough calories. I went on that TDE calculator that JT's always telling people to get on in our lives.
Mhm.
Yeah. And like,
Mhm.
yeah, not even close. I'm not even close. Not even close. Like not even like even at I'm probably like I think when we did the math, it was like at a 800 calorie deficit right now is what I'm eating at. That's not good. So I got to get on it. I got to change things. But I think it's so easy. It's so easy to like just go, I'm fine. I'm cool. It's all right. Here's a protein shake. Here's a little snack.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Like you really do have to eat. So I am sort of stuck between like how you are, like, but like, do I go to the 10 where I'm going to eat more? Right. Cause I was losing on 10. Right. Or I hang on the 12 where I don't eat. I am still losing, but clearly like that's not like a good thing to be eating that low of a calorie deficit. I mean, that's like under 1,000 calories a day. It was a lot,
Yeah.
that's not good. And I literally preach this crap. Like I literally am like, you better eat. And then
Right.
I'm over here going, wait a second. I don't think I've been eating for like a month. Like
It's that
whoops.
appetite suppression.
Yeah.
Yes,
But like,
yeah, the struggle
I
is real.
think that you're onto something where the 0.5 dosages
Yeah.
is
Yes.
seriously. Yeah. Look, yeah, because
I'm on Big Daddy, and I'm
You are
doing
yeah.
great.
15. Okay.
He's on 15.
I'm on Big
How do
Daddy.
you feel on 15, Kat?
Yeah. Spill it,
Every
Kat.
dosage has been great. Like I hit a wall.
Yeah.
Like we've been talking about this for months. Like I have a suppression, but I hit a wall. I don't binge. I don't obsess, except for like I wouldn't call it obsessing, but like I get snacky at night. I'd be like, girl, just go to bed.
That's nice though. And you do? You go to bed when you tell
Yeah,
yourself
just go
up?
to bed.
You go to bed.
Wow.
But Kim and I have
That's
discussed
that
that I think it's just the fitness, the exercising, the working
Yes.
out.
They
Like
do say
today,
that if you exercise
and it
more, you
goes
are
in
more
ebbs and
hungry.
flows. Yeah,
Yeah.
like yesterday, I wasn't that hungry. I ate spaghetti squash and egg whites and
Not
like some real
together.
food that night. No, I put like here's what spaghetti squash, devotion buttery blend to season it, some seasoning, and the egg whites for more watts. The egg whites.
Egg white.
Egg whites.
It was satisfying.
Protein.
But I will get a sweet craving every afternoon. Like, oh, okay. But then I had a session with my trainer last night. I came home.
Yeah.
I was not hungry at all. I just wanted a protein shake.
Yeah.
But today,
Today's a different day.
Yeah.
I
Interesting.
came home. I made toast because I wanted toast and like crazy.
Sure.
And then but not like I'm fine. But I hit a wall. Like I can't binge.
Yeah.
I hit a wall, but sister girl eats. Like I just
what's your that's good though, Kat. What
Yeah.
what
That
was
is
your
good.
favorite dose so far on MJ? Like what were you on like, oh yeah, I'm losing,
they
I'm
all
feeling
were like
myself.
they've all been my friend. There was
Yeah.
that time during the shortage where you had to have a PA, and I went without for 2 months. I couldn't.
Oh wow.
It was the situation, and at the second month is when like the food noise started to come back, and I actually had a full day, and I actually like binged. I was like, oh hell no, nope. We're gonna have to go ahead and light up all the Walmarts in the area.
Light them up.
Light them up.
up.
And find
Light
them,
'em up.
because we can't do this.
I'm on fire.
And all I could
I
find
could
was
do that too.
7.5. Yeah, 7.5 was good, and it was on 10 for a long time. And
Yeah.
then I found 12.5 and got up, and now I'm on like I have a 90-day supply of 15. I've been on 15 for a while. It's the Big Daddy dose is fine. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, as long as I hit that wall,
Yeah.
and I have no desire to sit down and eat a whole container of Oreos,
Yeah. Then it's fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah. What is it about Oreos? Like even Dr. Toomer, that's her
The
thing
cookies
too.
I make are way
Mine was
better,
always Oreos.
but
the
it's
same.
the effort.
What is it about Oreos?
No,
What's in them?
what,
Crack?
like
I that's like
No,
I can't
it's the
stop.
soft
I
and the
just like
cookie. It's
chocolate
the
chip
crunch and the
pecan.
soft. So it's like
Those are good too.
so it's this is the fat of me too. So like iced cookies, anything. It's
What's
just
an
the
iced
crunchy and then the soft of the icing. So like if you go like Mrs. Fields, remember they used to have those cookie sandwiches?
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah.
Those were the
Those were
freaking
good.
jam.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still have a sweet. I have a cake order right now. I'm working on it. I have to, yeah. But I made sure when I have cake orders, I got
Yeah.
my protein cakes and my fat-free and sugar-free whipped cream hybrid together. So, well, right?
I love
Because I'll be
cake
sitting
batter.
here at work. I'm like,
That
you know,
sounds
there's
good.
some leftover cake crumbs in there.
Look, I love me
Cat's
some cake
cakes.
batter.
Oof.
Cake
That's
batter,
I
yeah.
love cake batter. I know
Yeah,
it's not
it's
good
good.
for you. I know.
I mean, come on. It's cake
You
batter.
said
I
that's the
could just
funny
eat
part
the
too. And like
batter.
I'm a
Forget the cake.
baker. I'm a baker and I'm on Mounjaro.
Manjaro in the Manjaro. She always tries to correct it. And I'm like, why? We're leaning in now. It's
Mounjaro.
fine.
Yeah.
Midwest, Manjaro. It's
Go
fine.
with it. Yeah.
Eli Lilly doesn't like that we mispronounce it.
Yeah.
I didn't know back in September of 2022 how it was pronounced. All I know is that I got it in the mail.
I don't think anybody really knows. Like, I feel like until they started doing really good commercials, like people were like, well, the Mounjaro, because I can't say like for Mounjaro because I've only been on it for a short amount of time, but only a few months now. And so I don't really have a favorite dose yet, but I've been on Ozempic the longest, Ozempic Wegovy. And so I think my favorite was 1.7 because so
Really?
for friends that are learning, so like, so the doses are the same for Ozempic and Wegovy, but then when you hit 1 milligrams there, and then there goes from Ozempic, it's 1 to 2. And then for Wegovy, it's 1.7 to 2.4. And when I was on Ozempic, I went from 1 to 2 real fast. And that I could not eat anything. It's not like my aversion was so bad. It wasn't like a not hungry thing. It was food just grossed me out, like any of it. And then I couldn't lose. I went 3 months with nothing, I was going through a very stressful time too. But then the doctor was like, because doctors, right, was like, let's titrate you to 1.7 of Ozempic because reasons, right? They, with a guidance of them, right, I could titrate on Ozempic to 1.7 instead of 2, which is what they do for Wegovy, and that was like my jam. I hung there for a long time at the 1.7,
Okay.
and but it's interesting. I really think that's why they do these injectable pens. It's because they don't want people to get more value of the medicine by titrating.
Look at Amy. She's like,
You might be onto something there.
It's marketing. Yeah. I mean, I really think that's why, because, and like when Eli Lilly's been talking about doing like a multi-use pen, I'm like, I bet they make it to where you can't titrate nothing. Like, I bet it's like you do what you do, like,
yeah.
They
For sure.
won't make it to where
probably
you can do the
so.
tick method. That was kind of a miss.
Yeah.
And they were trying to correct that with Wegovy. That's what I think,
Yeah.
because I'm all educated in this area and I know exactly what I'm talking about.
You might be on.
Look,
speculating with Kim. It's a whole segment on the lives.
Speaking of like the dosages or the drugs,
Yeah.
I saw a man on Mounjaro, Dave, posted something today that women are actually losing more weight on retatrutide.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, does that really say that maybe it really is hormonal?
Yeah. Quick plug for our friend Dave. If you don't follow Dave, follow Dave. He's got the funniest videos on TikTok, and he has a wonderful, if you're watching us on YouTube, he has a really, really good, informative YouTube channel. He talks about this. We're in the same like vein, but he talks about totally different stuff. And a lot of stuff about like studies and like nuggets, just like what Kat just said. Like they're on his channel. He's great. Follow him if you don't. All right, there you go. Quick plug.
I got a question for you guys.
Okay.
Oh,
let's do it.
Once the new medication comes out, do any of you guys think you guys will stay where you're at on Mounjaro or Wegovy or Ozempic, or would you move on over to the R one?
The retatrutide.
Oh my gosh, I like that. The R. It makes it sound like it's an R.
Triple
Kelly
G.
album.
The R one. I know.
G. Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know if I want to encourage that.
We're gonna be rolling with the R.
The R.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
We are rolling.
Or
with
will you guys
R.
just stay happy and content where you guys are at?
Yeah.
I'm
That's a good
probably
question. For me, it's about the food noise. As long as my food noise is gone, I will just keep chilling. But and as long as my numbers are good. But if my numbers start getting bad, which they're right now, they're not, right? But you never know. This is health, right? We're getting older. It happens, It's not everything's not just about weight. Legitimately, the body is like a wearing out process, right? Like we're all heading there, So I think if my numbers were good, and as long as the food was just good, I would hang tight here. I'd like to get more weight off. Honestly, if I could lose another 60 pounds, I'd like to do that. But I also I really feel very good, and I love that I can be active. If anything, I'm just like tired, but I really think that's the 2 jobs thing, not like the medicine thing, And so I think that's probably what I do. But if I did get to a point where the doctor was like, "Listen, we got to get on," like Dr. Albert was like, "We got to get on the other side of this. Let's try the retatrutide." Like I would trust his judgment because he's earned it with me. Do you know what I mean? Like that's why I see him, because he's earned it. He just knows all the things, and he's such a good advocate for us. And so I think I'd be open to it, but it does kind of terrify me too, to be honest. Like I don't have any heart stuff. Like I don't have any heart stuff, but that is my thing in my family. The heart thing is the thing in my family. And
Dr.
so
Hunter said something about that, like the heart arrhythmia. That's what.
Put that
in the retatrutide.
I honestly think that if I did get to a weight, I'd consider going back to Ozempic for maintenance.
Really?
I'd seriously consider it.
The
1.7. Yeah, but I think I really, let me tell you why. I have reasons. And so for me on Ozempic, I feel like my obsessive anxiety was even more controlled. And then I feel like but my inflammation wasn't controlled significantly as well. But Mounjaro controls my inflammation better. And I have osteoarthritis and polyarthritis. It runs in my family, plus the obesity, right? And it really, really helps with that. But it doesn't help with my anxiety as much. But part of me is like, if I got down to a certain weight, maybe my inflammation would be kind of like naturally reduced. And I may do that because I had nothing. I don't know how to describe it other than to say, anytime I would worry, my brain would go, "Is there anything we could do about that?" And I'll go, "No." And then I'll go, "Okay." And we move on. And like the we within me, because I it's crazy. I've never been able to do that. But why? Because I've been sick for so long, right? And so now that I'm better, like I can stop that process, right? I can gear shift. And that's been a big deal. I still feel like now that I'm on Mounjaro and I've been on it long enough now and kind of gotten all the way off Wegovy and kind of chilling, I do feel like it's controlled. I just don't think it's controlled as well. And that is a big thing in my life. That has been a major life changer for me. So I don't know. And maybe it's that I need to be on 15 in Mounjaro. I don't know. Like we'll figure it out. Me and Dr. Albert. I don't know. Well, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I know it's like kind of a weird opinion, to think that you would go back.
Well, Kim, though, I mean, to be on Mounjaro, the amount of time that you've been on it, and to have lost a solid 15 plus pounds, that right there is a lot. and where people are
It is
hitting
a lot.
walls at
Yeah.
5 milligrams. People are hitting walls at 7.5. I'm not sure if you all are seeing that or not, but
Yeah, I am saying that. Yeah.
which is a little weird, but
Well, I mean, but like that's the thing though, is like if you think about it, we've always been telling people, well, not we, but people have been telling us, you solve this problem with eating less calories and moving more. They've been telling
Just
you
eat
that,
more
right?
fruit.
Yeah, eat more fruit, eat more of this, eat that.
look at
Yeah.
Kat's face.
And
Right.
yeah. And that, you know, that's what they've been telling us, right? And
I eat a
the
lot of
reason
fruit.
that
I
it
love
doesn't work
vegetables.
is because everybody's body is different. That's the thing, is like that you can't apply one formula to something as complex as this and go, that equals thin, that equals healthy, because it's just bullshit. Sorry, YouTube. But it is. It's just, it's not true.
Sorry,
You
YouTube.
know? So
Look,
sorry, YouTube.
sorry, YouTube.
Sorry, YouTube.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. They'll be fine. It'll be fine. We've said worse.
I don't
But
think
yeah.
that I would.
You don't think you would
that
either, JT? You're in such a good place, though. You're in such a good place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like right now, the A1C is at 5.4, even though she
Yeah.
gave you,
Yeah.
even though you all know that my A1C was like, I'm not going down without a fight.
Yeah, it's really fought you, JT. It really has.
That thing has fought me, and my cholesterol is still high. So now they're wondering if it's like a transfer type deal, you know, because whatever I do, this cholesterol is not coming down. So maybe we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I think right now I am about to go maintenance dose on Mounjaro. Today, she pretty much confirmed it, but she said we have to be careful with the titration down.
Yeah.
You have to be really careful with that. And so she said, I know you're at 12.5. I know you didn't want to be at 12.5. She said, but 12.5 is actually kind of a sweet spot for you.
Yeah.
So it was 2.5, 7.5,
6.5. See?
Crazy.
Yeah.
What's with the 0.5s? Part of me wonders.
0.5.
Part of me wonders what's 7.5 now. You guys got me all curious.
Yes.
Tell you.
Yeah, but remember, I did 4 months on 7.5. I did 4 months on it.
Yeah.
I did 5.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. What did I do? How long did I do that?
It's like something to it.
Yeah.
I did 5 and I didn't want to leave. I was like, I love
Hubby's
you.
only
know.
did one on 7.5, and I was like, so a
I
lot
think
of
I
stuff
did.
with him is
I think I
it's
did
like
3 months on 7.5.
Yeah.
you did.
It's
Just
I
moved
think
to
it
10.
worked the
It's much
same as the
better.
10 for me. Like I don't
Really?
know.
Same?
I feel like the same in the beginning, like when I first started a new dosage, the very first week, it's a little bit stronger, but for the most, it just evens out. And then I'm like, as long as I hit that wall, as long as I'm not binging, I'm not obsessing.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. I just
do
feel
you
like
think
it's
do you think you would do retatrutide? Do you think you would try it? Like if you felt like you like no, you kept.
No, you.
Oh, me? I don't know. Like, I was just remember, like
We
I
talk
said, I
about it.
remember seeing Dr. Myra talking about heart arrhythmia.
Yeah.
Like the things that were
It's
like
only
not
the high doses. It's only the high doses though.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
But
She
it's
thinks
so
they'll she said the
powerful.
next trial. I
As
know.
a
She said the
French,
next
yeah.
trial.
Girl.
Yeah.
Can we get on a trial even though we've been on it so we can like if your insurance situation is okay, that's bogus.
From what I read,
I actually think
read,
you
they're like,
can. Right? No, you
I
can't.
read, though.
Oh, really?
Don't you like
Because you're
have
already
to
on this
like
one.
have like
Or
be,
have it
like,
out of your
off
system
of
for a while?
GLP-1 for like 2 to 3 months?
That sounds about right.
Just like to have it completely out of your system. But,
Out of your system, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like for
I don't want to go through that. I think about it like that's
right.
Yeah.
So like, do I get it all out of my system? But so now my doctor is saying 12.5 every 10 to 14 days.
Wow, you're gonna do that, huh?
So
God, I would be
that.
terrified to do that.
Me too.
I am scared.
I've done it because I've forgotten dosages before. Like I forgot Friday. I didn't take it until yesterday. Because I was like, it's my birthday. I forgot. I just got busy. And I was like,
yeah, totally.
all over the place. So
right. Yeah,
But
but I
then
mean,
again, like I said, I went 2 months without it.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and so
That first month, I was still good. Like I was okay.
you were
I could feel it creeping back, but I felt like I could control it.
control it. Okay,
But that,
so
yeah.
so yeah, so right now 7.5 every 10 to 14 days.
Wow.
But if that doesn't work, then she's so I don't
So you're
know,
going down
Amy.
7.5 now? Like they're going to take you from
No,
12.5 to
no. Oh,
7.5?
sorry.
Yeah, well,
12,
you don't want to do that.
12.5
Okay.
every 10 to 14 days.
Okay.
And then we're going to slowly titrate because we don't know what the maintenance dose is going to be. Is that what your
Yeah.
doctor kind of
Yeah.
did, Amy?
Yeah,
We're like,
so I'm in
we don't
maintenance
know.
too, and you just don't know. You have to kind
Yeah.
of like tread lightly when it comes to that. But I
Mhm.
did try when I went to Greece. I tried to go 12 days. Yeah, that wasn't for me. I'm not going to
What'd
do
you
Too
say?
much.
No.
No, I have
Yeah.
to inject every week. The inflammation starts coming right away.
Really?
Okay,
Right
wow.
away for me. And
The
that's why I know,
inflammation.
because arthritis runs in my family very rampant with my
Yeah.
mom, my dad's side. It's like, it's there. It's prevalent.
Yeah.
It's there. And I start feeling, I'm all the feels. And so I had to talk with my doctor. I was like, yeah, I was in Greece. I was trying to enjoy myself and spread it
Right.
out. And I told her, like, you know how I started feeling? She's like, yeah, we're not going to do that. And we're not even going to do 10. Let's just keep you weekly right now. And I said, okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
So are
Just
you at
want to see what
12.5
works.
now?
No, I'm on 10.
You're
Yeah.
doing 10 weekly. Look, 10.
Let's get you down to 7.5. That's your happy
Yeah,
I
place.
know.
that's the goal. That is the
I'm
goal.
curious. And you can tell me. So you mentioned that you had your son, right? Yeah. And was that the baby that you were wanting to have, or are you trying to have another baby?
No.
No. I
Yeah.
was just checking.
No.
God bless
I was
you.
just checking.
Yeah.
See you.
Kim,
We didn't know.
you want me to be at someone's
She's freaking
graduation?
gorgeous. I don't know.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I'm not
You
trying
guys
to be
look so
eating
great. I don't.
at a kindergarten's graduation. No.
I'm just saying it happens.
You're
Freaking
sweet.
Dr. Albert was like, things happen. I'm like, I'm almost 44. He's like, things happen.
Hey.
Well,
It's
listen,
like,
I conceived
that's why I'm
Ezra
asking, you know?
at 42. I was 42
Things happen.
when I conceived him.
That's
yeah.
what he says.
Yeah, but it's done now. Ezra
Yeah.
at 42. I had Kayla at 19 and Ezra
Wow.
at 42.
Wow.
Wow.
42. That's when if I'd known sooner, I'd have done it sooner.
I know.
Now I'm gonna be
I want
44 in
that
a couple
for you.
months. It'll be
Things
okay.
happen.
I've decided I'm just gonna have
They
tons
do.
of grandkids, and that's gonna be great because I don't
But
have to
you've
worry about.
decided.
Right.
I have, because I don't have to worry about shaping their character, right? Like that's his job, right? Like I'm just gonna just
Look
rot
at
in and
Kat.
just
She's like,
give them all the
I mean, I
things in the
spoil
land.
nieces and nephews
know?
and play nieces
Yeah.
and nephews and stuff.
I'm very
You know.
excited about our friend Joanna's baby. She's gorgeous and her cheeks are so fat. I'm gonna.
I already
eat
gave the
them.
child a Prince book. They
Ooh,
make a Prince
again.
children's
Did
book.
you?
Every
Oh,
new
that's
child in the
cute.
world gets the new
Oh,
Prince,
that's
the kids'
cute.
Prince book.
I still haven't seen
Some
the
people
baby.
are
Side note.
receptive. I'm not sure my sister-in-law liked it, but it doesn't matter. He gets a Purple
Yeah.
Rain T-shirt and a Prince book.
I
Yes,
love it.
Yes. It is the stamp.
I love
It is
it.
the stamp.
Yeah.
I make like my niece, like my oldest niece. She's
Yeah.
oh my god, she's 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
When she comes over and she drinks rosé with me, she gets the Prince wine glasses, and she
Oh,
knows
that's
who he
nice.
is. These people
yeah.
out here raising children that don't know who the beat he
Sharon,
is. It hurts my
did you
heart.
say
You can
Sharon?
educate Warren.
say
Warren does
cheering
not
cat?
know
She
about
sure
Prince.
did.
What'd you
He
say?
loves music.
Did
so
you
he
say
probably likes it.
cheering?
The
Cheering.
cheering, yes.
The cheering.
A little kid asked me, we were at Candytopia, and she
Yeah.
got the
I haven't
wrong one
been there.
that day. She's like, is that
Yeah.
Michael Jackson? I said,
No, you.
that is Prince. Rod Temperton wrote Thriller and Prince wrote Purple Rain. There's a big freaking difference.
She takes it real serious.
You
Like,
probably traumatized that
Mess up
child.
with friends. That's fighting
And
words.
then
with Kat.
the little girl was like, okay, weird lady. I didn't say all that. I just was like, what? Where's your mother?
Like,
Where is she?
bring her to me.
Oh my gosh. Kat, you know what I think we should do? I think that before we sign off tonight, that we should read your sister's preliminary. I do.
Yes.
Let's see if I can find it.
I
mean,
do. I
see.
think so. We've been trying, Amy. We've been trying to find like, I don't know, music, a theme song, I don't know, something for the podcast. But we were just trying to be scrappy and get started. But now it's like a thing. It's
I
like,
love this.
kind of a big thing now. So now we're like, we need a song, and I've just been, and then Kat like dropped this today. I want you to hear it and tell me what you think, because I cried.
Yes.
Like, but
It's bars.
I thought it was gonna be cheesy when she started, but I love cheese. But I thought it was gonna be like, I was gonna have to be like, well,
It's bars, boo.
it's
Okay.
So far. So
I love it. All
my
right.
younger sister works in agriculture, and we were
Yeah.
just tossing some ideas back and forth. And I think she was like out at harvest. Is hard work, and she works in California. And you could, well, she doesn't have that account anymore, but it's TikTok Plant Doc, but she hasn't managed that for a while.
Okay.
But
What part of California is she in?
Sacramento.
Okay, she's up north.
Yeah. Okay, where did I put it?
I don't know. I'll keep everything going. You keep looking. Hey,
Uh-huh.
y'all. So remember that time? No, I was kidding.
Oh, here it is.
Do you remember the time?
Oh, there you go. When
And just let me be clear, like I do love Michael Jackson, but
we first met him.
but when she asked me that, I was like,
Sorry.
he's
Right, tell us.
later than him.
A lot.
Okay.
Well, it probably depends on the stage that we're talking about, right? Which decade?
Yeah. So I'm
Keep
like,
going.
yeah,
Sorry, you go.
there it is.
I am a big fan of MJ.
Carrie wrote this in
Other
parts,
MJ.
and I put it all together.
Yeah.
I need to find a hook.
We need a
Plus
hook.
sides, plus
Help us out.
sides. Anyway.
That's what I was thinking, though, was like we can talk to the peoples and see what they say. Maybe
they
they
give
have
us ideas.
suggestions. It's
All
community
right, here's
driven.
what she said
Let's see
so
what they got.
far, and I was like, oh, I can
Okay.
like hone it, and Kim was like, heck no, I love
Yes.
it. All right, so
I love
here we
it.
go. Death to diet cultures. They circled me like vultures. Death to diet culture, giving me an ulcer. The secret is no wine. The secret is no trans fats. Eat more veggies. That's where it's at. They all say wake up and meditate and reduce your stress. When you drop 5 pounds, buy a new dress. Don't sweat your bank account, your mortgage, or car. Just make time for workouts and you'll go far. With a 10-hour workday and 3-hour commute, meal prep is easy. Just buy more fruit. Counting calories is like counting stars. I'm still hungry and stuck on Mars. If it's so simple, why are we here? This is a sickness, not a choice nor fear. Something is wrong. Anyone care? First step is progress, becoming aware. So many are profiting off of our pain. We ask you to hear us and to know our names. We are people and deserve to be seen for who we are and not what you see. You get so... And now Carrie's going to see this. So that's her name. My sister's name is Carrie.
I love it.
It's so good. The end,
I
especially. We need a hook, though.
Yeah, I was really good.
You like and see, this is where the idiot, like the sarcastic, everything is funny to me. I'm still hungry and stuck on Mars. That's my line.
Oh, I like that one. Like a Mars bar. That's what I was
I
thinking.
kept thinking of a Mars bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's generational too.
I saw
I
a
like
Mars
that.
bar the
Like,
other day.
Plus sides.
Plus sides for the heavy hitters.
Plus sides.
You need something.
Yeah.
What's
You
the
guys are
hook?
riot.
Plus sides with a Z, y'all.
Oh yeah, plus sides with the Z, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Kat was thinking it should be a rap. There should be a rap. That would be fun, right? I think it would be fun.
Ah.
It sounds
Rap
like a
music.
rap to me, but if
It sounds like a rap to
it
me.
does.
I like it
someone wants
too.
to sing it,
I
I'm
don't
not.
know.
I don't have bars. I don't
have bars either. I don't have. I can sing, but I can't. Are you shocked? I can't rap.
You
Do
can
not
sing
ask
It's
me.
not my thing. Yes.
I can
Anyway.
do karaoke though.
Oh, I am a very good karaokeer.
Yeah.
Especially after a glass of wine or two.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
look you now.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Kat's getting the wine.
Say what,
Uh-oh.
Kathy?
Guess what?
Lee?
Kat, it is the end of the episode, so you can drink your wine. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, get it. Like, we'll close
And also,
out.
my husband had a glass out of this bottle, so this is like the second glass.
Birthday wine.
Done.
Birthday
It's for
wine.
birthday wine.
Birthday
I
wine.
love it.
Yes.
Delicious.
All right. Well, this has been a lovely conversation. I don't know what I'm going to call the episode. Honestly, I might call it Mounjaro and Fibroids the way things went. I don't know. Mounjaro and Lady Business.
That it. I like that.
Mounjaro and Babies. Mounjaro
No,
baby.
Mounjaro and Lady
No.
Business.
Lady business.
Mounjaro
Oh my
and no
gosh.
baby.
Mounjaro and Lady
Like
Business.
Talladega Nights, your mysterious lady parts.
That's my movie.
That's what we'll do.
That's
Mounjaro
my
and
movie.
Mysterious Lady Parts. Perfect.
Look,
That's what we'll see. I always can rely. Cats like with the
if you're not
titles, with the-
first, you're last.
you know. Yeah.
Just like Colonel Sanders said, I'm too drunk
Sweet
to taste this
baby
chicken.
Jesus. Oh my goodness. So
I'm
much
just
to talk
amped
about.
up on Mountain Dew.
With your legs all fat.
What? I don't even remember all these details. You guys are so funny.
I'm
Every
a
time we
driver's
start talking
wife.
pop
I
culture,
don't work.
Kat and JT will just.
You guys are
You're gonna
absolute
break us
riot.
like wild
This
horses.
is what we do
I'm
when we
sorry.
don't have a doctor on and we don't have to be like,
I'm
oh,
sorry. Talladega Nights.
So stuffy, like
Talladega Nights.
That is it's
Yeah.
so dumb.
This is how
and
we
it's
are
so
when they're there.
funny.
It's so
Oh my
silly.
gosh, we all
Last-
have to like that's the joke because my sister and Carrie and my
Yeah.
Crystal Gale shirt is ruined.
Oh my god. What am
Now
I
you
gonna
need
do
a
with you
Crystal
guys?
Gale shirt.
Yeah.
So, and my Crystal Gale shirt is
Oh,
ruined.
isn't that an ice skater? No, that's
Got her a
Dorothy
little mic.
Gale. No, that's
It was
Girlfriend
a
Kansas.
singer.
That's Blades
Wow.
of Glory.
Long
That's Blades
hair.
of Glory.
Oh, Blades of Glory. That was funny.
Blades of
Yeah.
Glory, yeah.
Katie is not a whore.
Oh, Kat, it's YouTube.
Girl, I'm sorry.
Can we say horror on YouTube?
I'm like,
And now, Lydia, could you cut this?
just sleep
We're
it.
gonna
just
skate to
sleep it.
one song and one song only.
Look. With the sweet baby Jesus
Sweet baby Jesus.
what I
laying in
remember
the
about
manger
Lady
Where's one of those
with your
tuxedo
5 little
t-shirts?
fingers and your 10 little toes. Girl, listen. There it is, the movie.
He also
That's a
he's
funny
got
movie.
a suit, but he also likes to party.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
This is what they
Okay.
do, Amy. They just get on this like pop culture thing and they just giggle each other. And I'm over here going, I caught the first 3. And then they're down the road. Down. Man, if you don't look right, you would think that's my whole situation right there with him. Look at that. No, it's not. I'm way up here. But it just, the way it's cut, maybe this isn't the right shirt for me. Tangent.
When I wake
Tangent.
up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Oh, see, here we go. I thought we were going to end on this glorious song, but now JT and Kat are probably about to pee their pants because we've been talking for an hour and 25 minutes. So, so they giggling real good. I know. Amy's like,
You
what?
little
But
man.
it was fun though, right? You had a good time?
Yeah,
It was
I had
fun
a
while it
really
lasted.
good time. Really
Yeah.
good
Went
time.
down.
Thanks for having me, ladies. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Amy.
Amy, is there
Thank
anything
you,
that you want to
Amy.
say, like towards the end, like anything you want anybody to know in
Anything
particular? Because we've talked a
profound?
lot. Anything? Like if you could say one thing to someone that's like listening, what would it be?
If I could say one thing to somebody that is listening, I would say everybody's journey is different. Yes, we all have similarities. And
500%.
sometimes similar situations, but
Yeah.
everybody's journey is different. And please stop putting the stigmatism on it. Like if you
Yeah.
don't have diabetes, you cannot have this medication. Clearly, we're all on this medication for
Clearly.
different reasons, and it's helping and it's beneficial. So it's like let's all fight the fight together.
Hell yeah, let's do.
I
There's
love that.
strength in numbers. Look at the writer's strike. Strength in numbers.
Yes.
There really is. Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of,
Right.
thank God it's almost over. My husband
Right.
is an electrician. He builds movie sets, and
Oh,
he's
wow.
been out of work
Wow.
for 6 months.
Oh
thank
my
God it's
God. Has it
finally
been that
almost over.
long? Thank
Oh
God.
my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Thank God, Amy. I'm so glad that
That
Yeah.
just shows you the
soon.
power. The strength in
The
numbers.
power of numbers. So anytime you
Yes.
look at somebody and you're thinking they shouldn't take this medicine, just check yourself.
Just
That's
mind
right.
your business.
That's
Okay.
right.
My-
Check it.
Mind your business. Realize that
business.
the more demand is actually a good thing because then they will make more. Okay. So everybody simmer. Let's help each other out. All right. Well, thanks so much for hanging with us, Amy. I'll exit
Thanks,
you and
Amy.
you could go and the girls know
Thanks,
close out the show.
Amy.
Bye, Amy.
Thanks
Go
for
ahead.
having
Amy's
me.
going to come back on a
Bye.
live so we can hear how everything goes with the ultrasound. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's set it up.
I'll be
I wanna hear
there.
All this. Okay. Bye.
Okay.
I'll message you.
Bye.
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 Oh my God. That was so fun.
Oh my gosh, I
was-
love her.
Sometimes it's fun when we don't always have,
Be stiff and
the
serious.
doctors with us, and we can just all kind of, talk about our stuff,
Yeah.
and compare
Yeah.
notes and, but I think Amy's story is really interesting, right? I don't feel right. Like, I
I
stop
agree.
looking at me and making assumptions, doctor, because you're
Mhm.
like, hey, I'm small and I've just gained a little bit of weight and making these assumptions. Like,
Right.
on average, it makes sense because you're this age. You know what I mean? Like, stop it. you know?
Mhm.
And
So,
also,
yeah.
who is it? Who's our friend on TikTok, the therapist that's been shared by 500 of us, talking
Mhm.
about Ozempic and we can't eat like,
Oh,
yeah, therapist,
look.
don't make assumptions either.
Look.
Hey,
Oh.
friend.
Yeah. Yeah, and just because you meet one person that's like, "Hey, I had a bad thing with this," like, I think you're probably either not hearing the other people who are not telling you because you're judging them, do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or you're only hearing the people who really are having a hard time. Like, like,
It's a big
there are
scope.
people that don't respond. There are also people where it's just not the right thing for them. And if those people are the only ones that are talking because everybody's friggin' shaming everybody else, then how are you ever going to know what's what? Like, it's absolutely asinine. I cannot stand it. Yeah. It was really, really difficult for me not to pop off at that girl, like in a bad way. Like but I really thought about it. 12.5. Like, I really was like, how
She
do
said
I
that
want to
earlier.
respond?
12.5.
12.5. 12.5. Thank you, 12.5, for giving me some control over my madness.
I couldn't
Yeah.
even
But
say
yeah,
anything.
And when you know
I
yeah,
was
better, like
speechless.
we're here
I'm
to
speechless.
educate you to
we
know
are.
better.
Yeah, we are. We do.
I'm
That's what we
glad
do here,
you all
right?
responded because
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
I
JT was
mean,
like, I
like,
got nothing.
I,
This
I
is
mean, like,
awful. Like,
I
yeah,
was
no.
just like, this is horrible. And like, for me to
Yeah.
be speechless, it's bad. But
Yes.
I'm
Yeah, because
like,
usually you got your pen and you ready.
look,
you know? Yeah,
ready.
there it is.
Look,
There it is.
12.5.
12.5. Telling you, don't play. 12.5, don't
Yeah.
play.
But
Yeah.
ugh.
It's been
Look,
better this week. Side note, like, tangent right quick. I injected in my left thigh and I have
I
been
love
eating
the
more.
thigh.
I don't
But
feel
I've tried all
anything
the
in the
things.
thigh now. Yeah.
Like, you felt
Do-
no suppression at all?
No,
Real.
no pain. Like I just pop it in.
Oh,
Like,
no
is it in
pain.
there?
Oh, I don't ever feel any pain.
Look,
It's just
muscle.
yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because
Maybe it's
It's
less
muscle.
fleshy.
she's like so fit. Like
I love it.
Okay. Do you
I need
guys
muscle.
remember when we were talking about with Lee when we did the YouTube live last week? Where Lee said I
Yeah.
didn't read the directions and I stuck it in my butt.
Yes, that was the best. If you guys
Gosh.
haven't seen that live, go back and watch it. Like, we're gonna make it an episode. We're
Oh
gonna make it
gosh.
an episode. I think I added it to the playlist though, so people could listen. I need to put it on the audio. But that episode was very beloved and well attended.
Yeah.
Probably better than any of our lives, better than any of our shows outside of Oprah. Not outside of Rosie. People loved that
Really?
episode. Yeah, where we had a round table and we brought in the community. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was a lot. And that people were just like, it's my
Wow.
favorite episode ever. It's my favorite. I got
That's
constant
awesome.
messages on TikTok, messages in or comments on
Really?
YouTube. Yeah, they said it was their favorite. That's why
That's
Lydia was
great.
like, we should do more things where we have more roundtables, like once a month or something, and we talk about something, right? And that's why she was
I
saying, like, what if
agree.
we all watch The Whale? But I was like, I have avoided that like the plague,
Watch it on
because
a
I
sunny day
on a sunny day
in the
with a glass of
morning
wine in the
after
morning.
you've had your workout or
Okay.
a walk, so your
Okay.
endorphins are up.
Oh, I see. I
I watched
want to
it.
watch it
Yeah.
because I want Brendan Fraser on this show. I know I say
Can
his
we
name wrong,
just
apparently.
watch Shallow Hal? Do we have to
Oh my
watch The
God, I
Whale?
love that movie so much. But people like it's like completely in like
Did it go over
culture,
their
like
head?
people hate it. No, like people think it's awful. Like
I like Shallow
it's
Hal.
like I did too. They're like, oh, it's not PC and they shouldn't say the things. And I'm like, but that's the whole point of the movie is that it shouldn't
Exactly.
say the things. Like, you're
Yeah.
missing the
Right.
point, people. Like, there's so many other things to be mad about. Do we really have to be mad
There
about
used
Shallow?
to be, gosh,
It's a movie.
Ricky
Yeah.
Lake was in it in the 80s, but it wasn't actually, it
Yeah.
was a German film. Was it called Baby Cakes? I saw both versions. I saw it in school in a German cinema course, the
Yeah.
German version. But I think it was called Baby Cakes in the US, but I think it's called Sugar Baby or something
I think
Yeah.
that is
in
Sugar
German.
Sugar
Baby. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was another good one to watch.
All right.
But then
Well, I
again,
don't know.
like
I just
I
thought it
had
would be
issues
good.
with it.
It doesn't have to be a movie, right? Like, it could be a show. It could be a book. I don't know. Like, she was just saying, like, we should do something. And I do want him on the show. And the reason I do is because he was not obese, right? He has not dealt with obesity, but he really seemed very, and he's an actor, but he
Yeah.
seemed very moved by the experience and the education that he had
Yes.
on that show. And I want to know what he thinks now and what he thinks about then. And I want him to be on the show and talk with us about it.
Oh,
And
what's
like,
the
if he knows
story
about medicine and stuff.
that like
But
Brendan Fraser was
he has
like,
no socials. He's not on social,
yeah.
or else I TikTok his face off and get him on the
But
show. But he's not.
supposedly he was ostracized from Hollywood for a
Brendan,
very long time. And so
Yeah,
this
that's very
movie
sad.
took him back, and he was just extremely touched, and just
Yeah,
it was
he's great.
it's huge.
Yeah, and he won an award. I've always liked him though, but like I don't know why any of that nonsense is. Like it's so just trash when that stuff happens. But I just think he would be so good on the show. But I don't know. Maybe we can get Bev on it and see if she can get with this publicist. You know, I'm just saying, Beverly, if you're listening,
maybe.
Beverly does PR.
Hint, hint.
She does not do
Beverly
publicity.
knows people though.
She does. We had that conversation. She will not do publicity.
Beverly knows.
What she said? No.
Also, if there's someone out there that loves the plus size and wants to be our publicist, let me know because we need help. It's kind of a big deal now. Thank you, please. Thank you. Thank you. If you're interested, we take volunteers here.
Right. We have all the awesome doctors.
We do. But
We do.
anyway, that's
We
what we
do.
need help with. So if you got one, you know one, let us know. We're on a budget, but let us know.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a good talk. So we're going to say, we're probably going to call this something like, what do we say? Mounjaro and lady parts or something like that.
I
Is that
think
what we said?
so.
I think so.
Mysterious.
Me too.
Will Ferrell said mysterious lady parts.
Mysterious.
Let's do that. I love it. Kat, don't let me forget. I know it's like being
won't.
recorded, so why should I? But you know, my brain these days. Ooh. So cool. All right. All right. So let's just do classic sign-offs. Unless you guys have something special. Kat,
I
you got
have
something special
another
today?
one, but go ahead.
A new one? You go first.
My sister always says this, and it's so true now. My older sister, Dr.
Yeah.
Kim, there's no glory in pain. So people who like want to go without painkillers, or people who don't take pain meds. My
For
sister,
sure.
like, oh, you don't want an epidural when you're having a baby. My sister says
I
there's
do.
no glory.
Winning.
There's no glory in pain.
There's no glory in pain. And just think about all the GLP-1 community. Like, there's no glory in the pain of doing this solo without.
Yeah.
The help.
There's nothing.
There's no glory in pain. Thanks, Kim Arnold.
Yes, Kim Arnold. Excellent. I like it. That's a good one. Kim Arnold. And then what was your sister's name? Kathy?
Carrie Arnold.
Carrie.
I'm the Kathy.
I'm the Catherine. Oh, you're like the Kardashians with all the KKK.
All the K.
We have brothers in between, not named Robert.
Okay. Well, you know.
They're all K's, Kevin and Chris.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a
wow.
lot of K's. I feel like your parents must have been like,
We have no idea.
They thought it would be easier and realized it's not.
No.
What about you, JT? What you got today? Almost in maintenance. JT, basically in maintenance.
Yeah. Same thing, because so many people get discouraged. I was even thinking, I'm like, yeah, I remember when I was at this phase and I didn't get discouraged, but it was just like, let me just continue to flow, because you are really just kind of stepping out on like faith. You don't know what's going to happen, but again, it is a marathon and not a sprint. It really is. And
so true.
And especially like when you reach certain benchmarks, you're just like, you do get tired sometimes. I know I got tired, but I'm like, you know what? I don't know what in me kept saying, keep going, just keep going. And I'm so glad I didn't stop. And I'm more grateful that I started.
Yeah, totally.
More grateful.
That's how I felt last night doing my butt stuff.
That's what she said.
Look.
I did not want to go to that appointment at all last night. I wanted to stay home. And I was like,
but
no, you better go, and you paid enough.
But
you did it, and you got your butt stuff done.
Well, look now. Look at that. I love it.
My butt has been a lot better this week with my squishes that you taught me to do, by the way.
Oh crap. I got
my what do you call them? What do you call those? Clinches?
Yeah.
What do you call them?
I didn't do any
little
of those
squeezy butt.
Yeah, because
my
entire cheeks, both sides, are so sore. Like when she trains me, the entire cheek from above up to where my back meets the butt.
Yeah.
to the butt to the leg. Like the whole thing is in pain when I leave her house.
I bet.
You know what, you are really working it out. But ladies, my doctor did say she liked that I was doing ClassPass just to try to see what
try everything.
And and then just to kind of switch up the workouts. She said because you don't want your body to get used to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, but I'm still coming to take a class. I'm still coming to take a class.
We're gonna do it. We gotta get footage. YouTube
you
channel.
Still got a class waiting for you.
Look.
Cool. Yeah.
Look.
You could do it. You could do
I mean,
it.
if you want to,
I bet you'll love it. If you guys go to like a Prince ride, I feel like JT would love it.
I was told by a birdie that there's a Prince versus Michael Jackson ride coming soon. That is
y'all gotta go to that. Y'all gotta go.
Gosh.
You gotta go. All right, there we go. Sold.
That's
what
gonna
it
be
is.
so fun. I hope it's not like
happen.
on a weekday morning or something. I hope it's like on a weekend or something.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh.
Do it. Great. So it's planned. Huzzah. Find out when it is.
Fun.
And I will cheer you on from not
or
there.
JT, if you want to go when I do my 100 miles in November, you're welcome to.
Look, I'm
right for about 6.
I don't think you've met us. We're not into 100 miles, but we will cheer
I
your ass on. I'll tell you that.
It was so easy to talk me into it too. Yeah, you know what? I'll do it.
Like, what? 100?
I don't know
Girl,
where. I don't.
Let me just do a mile. How about that?
Yeah, how about that?
Got to take a couple Fairlives with me and a couple of liquid IVs, or I am not going to make it.
Woo!
Yeah, load up.
We'll be there to cheer you on.
We will, in spirit or on FaceTime. You know,
you could go have brunch at McCrae's Tavern, and I'll still be in there.
Okay.
Look. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. There's a Mexican joint across the way. What's it called? It's delicious.
Mm-hmm. Look,
I do love.
Yeah.
Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of,
mine's this. So don't forget about the plus sides.
Yeah. Don't forget the plus size water bottle too.
Yes.
Our merch store website and click shop. Anyway, all right. Mine is going to be easy tonight, and it's going to be different.
Oh.
So yeah, I know you're shocked. I know. It just came to me. We were all talking about this, and you were asking like at a year and all these different things. So my friend Rachel has been at this over a year now, and she's lost like 150 something pounds.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And I just said to her, I was like, I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna happen for me, and that's okay, And she's like, I know this is hard hearing this come from me, but I'm telling you, I thought the same thing, and the answer is, here's my sign off: time and treatment. Time and treatment. You do the treatment, you take your medicine, you move your body, you eat, because clearly I'm struggling there. You eat what you need to eat, you do what you need to do, time and treatment. So if you hit stalls, because I hit a 3-month stall, Kat's living on the stall,
living on
and
the
if it's gonna that's from was that Bon Jovi? No, that's living on the edge. That's good too. On the edge of glory.
Reference.
On the edge of stall.
Living on a stall. Okay,
that's good. But yeah, just time and treatment. Like, I'm not saying like ignore your symptoms. I'm not saying ignore any of those things. Always talk to your doctor and like stay with them. But it's time and treatment. Like we didn't get this way overnight. It stands to reason because we have a chronic disease, many of us, right? Or a chronic ailment or whatever it may be. We're going to need more time. So give yourself some grace. And hasta la pasta from me. JT, what's your sign? Have you got anything else? Just that's it? You got anything? Because, Kat and I did something new.
Toodles.
I like it. Hasta la pasta, toodles. And let us know if you like our new possible theme song. I love it, especially the end. So you have to listen.
I do love it.
I do too.
Plus sides with the Z.
The plus sides. Heavy hitters. Yeah. I don't know. Something. Okay.
We're gonna
well, we will see you guys. We will see you guys next week. We hope you liked the episode. It was a little bit different. Changed it up a little. And Amy is fabulous. Yeah, that's right. We'll do what Amy did. Love you. Adoring.
Now go watch Talladega Nights because it's funny.
Yeah, it's real funny.